The train ticketing app Seatfrog has raised £6 million in its latest funding round, backed by a syndicate of blue-chip investors. Seatfrog was founded in 2018 with the aim of filling some of the millions of empty first-class seats on trains each year and claims to have saved passengers more than £43 million to date. Well, joining me now is the Chief Executive and co-founder, Ian Griffin. Ian, welcome to you. I mean, with this money, you're looking, as I understand it, to step up expansion across Europe. Which are the markets you're targeting?
Yeah, so our first market internationally is Italy. That's 500 million passengers. And I think what we're seeing is demand across Europe because really, if you look at it, over 50% of passengers are unhappy with trains. So Seatfrog is here to end those long-standing frustrations, but help rail companies run more profitable networks full of happier passengers.
Do people buy tickets much differently on continental Europe? I mean, obviously, a lot of us buy in advance now on digital apps, whereas some people still buy them at paper tickets at the station.
Yeah, it is changing drastically. I'd say with paper tickets, that's in huge decline. I think COVID drove a lot of that. A lot of people are shifting online, which is obviously a huge growth area for businesses like Seatfrog.
You've got a quite interesting anecdote about how the business was founded. Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's right. Dirk and I are over 12 foot tall between us. And I think in those early days, we were wanting to fill some of those 570 million seats that travel empty every year. And that's where the business came from originally. But we're much more than that now. You know, we really want people to know there is a much better alternative. And Seatfrog is the place where you can book your ticket for a great price, upgrade to first class for a deal, or change trains in 2 taps on the day, which is a huge problem, especially in UK rail.
Why is it that so many first-class seats do go unfilled on trains? Is it because they're just so eye-wateringly expensive and people are just put off by it?
I think there's a little bit of that in terms of affordability, but also capacity is really very hard to manage in rail. You think about the billions of passengers that are moving from A to B every day and how last-minute plans change all the time. I think train operators have a huge task ahead of them to manage capacity effectively. And that's really what we're helping them do in a much smarter way. In
terms of your current business, are you doing more in terms of short-haul commuter journeys into and out of cities like London, or is it the intercity stuff that really drives business for you?
Well, now that we sell tickets as well, we're seeing a huge amount of growth across the board. I think in our early days, we were obviously a lot more focused on a long-distance commuter journey where first class is more attractive. But now that you can buy, switch and upgrade all in one app, we're seeing a lot more growth across the board, really, in all sorts of different lengths.
Now, rail travel has still not returned to pre-pandemic levels. It's about 75% of it, I think, now. Is there anything that the government should be doing to try and move the needle on that, given that it's about to wrest control of the entire network, more or less?
Yeah, I think if you look at leisure travel, that's back past pre-pandemic numbers. Business travel, not so much. I think rail has a huge opportunity ahead of it to spearhead the targets of 2030 carbon emissions goals, much more sustainable modes of transport. I think for us, it's about delivering an experience for passengers that they deserve and expect, which really hasn't been done for the last few decades. It's stagnated, hamstrung by legacy technology that really doesn't make it a great experience to catch a train. And so we're really looking to change all of that.
NASA mentioned the government's about to set up Great British Railways, which is going to run the infrastructure, set timetables, sell tickets. It also wants to have a ticketing app. Yeah. Is that a big competitive threat to you?
I don't think so. I think if you look at the market that we've been almost in a quasi single monopoly for a few decades now. And I think competition, I don't want to sound like a right-wing economist here, but competition applied in the right way is a good thing for passengers because ultimately the customer is what matters here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian, good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.